So Ansible, what are Ansible roles? Okay, Ansible role provides a structured way to organize template files and variable. Okay, generally for complex automation setups. Okay, but it is also used for organizing task templates, files, variable handlers. Okay, in a proper structured way. Okay, so as we discussed, again it is for complex infrastructure configuration. And what we can achieve, efficient automation, we can reuse that role. Okay, once the role is reused, okay, as we saw here, we created the role. Okay, and just called it. So if you see, we just called it. Okay, the role was already created, we are just calling it, so we can reuse it. Okay, and it is also used, it's very easy to do the testing, and also good for documentation. Okay, so
Reuse it means if already that client
yeah,
has already updated. So,
I'm coming to that.
okay.
Next one is Ansible Galaxy. Okay, so if you see, we ran the command. Okay, so generally I think we didn't do that. Ansible Galaxy. Okay, let me see the exact syntax. Okay, yeah, Ansible Galaxy list. Okay, so when we do Ansible Galaxy list, okay, it will first search for this file /etc Ansible roles, and if you see, it listed that on this system Apache role is installed. Okay, and why it is showing unknown version, we haven't, it is also possible to push it to GitHub or Ansible Galaxy. In that case, we can create versions and all. But in this case, we have done not done it. So, Ansible, with Ansible Galaxy list, we can list the roles. Okay, and we can also create the roles, the structure for the roles. Okay, so what is this? This is the project. So next, I'm explaining that Ansible Galaxy. Okay, it is community for sharing and discovering Ansible roles. Okay, again for solving the challenges of managing complex infrastructure configurations. So there is this website called Ansible Galaxy. Okay, so it is, you can say, open source, but also managed by Red Hat. You can say, so Ansible Galaxy. Here you can see collections, roles, and even namespaces. We'll see the difference, but now we'll see about roles. Yeah, here we have real namespaces as well. So this custom Apache role which I created, I can also send it here. Okay, there are some configuration step. Using that, I can even push it here, and it will appear here with some my name provided by and the name of the that role. So let's check here, nginx role. Somebody must have created an nginx role and kept it here. Okay, so remember we are in roles. Okay, so here is the name of the person who created one nginx role. Okay, so to install it, okay, they have all it, they also maintaining some documentation what it is and all. Okay, this how to use it. Okay, how to call that role, that is also given here. So documentation, sometimes documentation will be there, sometimes it won't be. It varies from person to person. Okay, so to install this, okay, this role which someone else has created, we'll also do the same. Let's try to install it. Okay, first let's check Ansible Galaxy list. Okay, so as of now we have only one role. Okay, that is Apache role. Now we are installing another one, but this is a public role which is available to everyone. Okay, it is saying the name of the person who owns it. Okay, and it can be, we can also manually put it in some hidden directory in our home directory inside this path, or also this path. So it also checks whether this is also having, but we are doing everything here in, actually we should have done it in Ansible roles. Now it has done somewhere else. Okay, let me check. Yeah, so if you see, it has done it here, as it says here. So this is the Ansible, it is a directory. So that same directory structure is there, handler, meta, okay. Some others are also there, task, variables, okay. So generally what we should have done is, okay, by default it runs it there only, it's okay, no problem. So we'll just do Ansible galaxy again list. So if you see, it is listing one more role, that is nginx. Now to call that role, it's not guaranteed that it will run, okay, it may or may not run. So what we'll do is we'll just copy this playbook and try to run it. Cat nginx playbook dot yml. So here already it is written host all. The block which we always write is not there. Hope this one works. If it doesn't work, then we'll modify it. Host.ini nginx playbook. So what it has done is it is calling that role, okay, but we can also pass some variables. So it in our previous example we were not having any variables, okay. So they have created variables, okay, and for that they have given some values, okay. So here only the playbook is called, okay, not the whole structure, that task, handlers and all, and the variables which we need to pass, okay, because we are reusing the playbook which someone else has created, and they have also given that you can change this value. Instead of site 1 we can write something else, web 1, web 2, okay. But let's keep it as it is and try to run it, okay. So it will try to install nginx. So as I said, something is wrong, but maybe, so what we will do is let's try to do this apache.yml. Let's call it like this. So it always takes time to troubleshoot this until and unless we have, so what was earlier, roles, inside that roles. Okay, so this is the older syntax. We need to remove this hyphen role, then I think it will work. Okay, so let's remove this, and it was giving error on that line itself. Let's see if where's is in correct position. Yeah, so again the where's, so I think it should be here. Let's see if it works. Okay, so leave it, we won't troubleshoot it too much, okay, because it takes some time. But this is how we can call anyone else role and we can run it, okay. And apart from this roles, okay, the roles are generally a single playbook, means divided single playbook, but there are also collections, okay, collections. So in roles also we you see in namespaces, role namespaces, and these are this is also having namespaces. So if you go here, okay, so it is generally Ansible roles are for a single playbook, okay. Ansible collections are for multiple playbooks, some roles, okay, means multiple playbooks, roles, plugins, and some documentation is also there. And Ansible namespaces, these are for unique identification purpose. We'll see that. Okay, what is that unique identification? So if you see, we can install any role, okay, and using this command, so we can see it here. Okay, so this will also install one of the role which is already there by this guy. Okay, and they have uploaded it here. Okay, it will be also shown in the Ansible Galaxy. Now if I run again Ansible Galaxy list, okay, it will show our third role as well, this one. Okay, with proper version number. See here, it is having the proper version number as well. Okay, let's try. If no, it won't work, but I think in our previous one we can copy it. Let's see. So we had this Apache. Let's go to Nginx. Yeah, let's copy like this and make some changes here. Let's call this an example playbook using Nginx role. Okay, let's run that. Okay, so at least this one is running. So okay, till it runs. Okay, so it's almost completed. So some dependency also it is installing.
லெமன் இஞ்சி போட்டுருக்கலாம் தனித்தனியில். இஞ்சி லெமன்.
So if you see dpkj -l Apache, we already have, and just now we installed Nginx as well. Okay, so Nginx is also installed. Earlier we were not having this. Okay, so let it continue. I don't know what are the things he has written. Okay, but there are so many things. So it is removing the default configuration file, adding multiple sites into it and all. Okay, so we can reuse that Ansible role. That's what I was explaining. Okay, so collections, it will contain multiple playbooks and all. Okay, and what about the namespaces? Suppose we have multiple branches or companies, both are creating the same name. Okay, same role with this name with the same role. Then with namespaces we can segregate it, like company A created web server, company B created web server 2, and we will call this like this. Okay, just a segregation of the name. That's why it's called namespaces. So such namespaces will be listed in this, they are saying. Okay, so some collections are there, but I haven't seen any people reusing this namespaces. Collections we use. So collections will have, suppose, multiple playbooks. Just download one collection and we can reuse multiple things in that. Okay, and roles is for single playbook. Okay,